if we want to present Biden as an element, an example of fantasy politics, it's not the rhetoric in speech, of course, which, by the way, was very traditional. We've seen it over the decades in very similar terms. I would look to this very interesting question that Biden presents Trump, and this has been pointed out a lot, particularly at the beginning of the primaries, that Biden presented Trump as a existential threat to America, but then concluded in a very puzzling way, if you step back and look at it, that the only thing that was needed was to remove Trump from office. That you have, in fact, an existential threat to the Republic, gain power and be elected, and then it's just enough to switch off the television screen to make Trump disappear, and everything is going to be perfect. That's what I mean by fantasy politics. Many people on the far left in the US, and certainly most Europeans on the left, social democrats, would think about this in very different terms. They would say, well, this is the symptom of really serious problems with American society and the regime that have to be addressed in a bold transformational project, which is going to be very difficult and very dangerous, but there's no alternative. And some people, even during the primaries, at least understood this logic. Biden never understood it. It was a criticism that he never really recognized, that he thought this very dangerous moment for the Republic could be solved so superficially as it was. And I think today in the speech, he still believes in that. So that doesn't really square with, for example, the European social democratic tradition, which is not interested in building a certain narrative and a certain self-perception, is interested in a project of social economic transformation.